is Prime, and I bid you welcome to Subnautica Saturday. And here is your gracious host, Jay Verslewis.
Well, thank you so much for joining, and welcome, Christina. How are you? And everyone else, of course. I know Christina had a bit of a tough week. I thought that was going to be shorter, but hey, one of those things. I know Christina had a bit of a tough week with the start of her chemotherapy treatment, which is, not good. But I'm hoping you're hanging in there. We feel for you. It's kind of terrible to having to go through that, but count the minutes. And as Brian would say, are we there yet? So it's one of those things. Yes, I'm a little bit tired today. I have been tired ever since this hurricane started kind of hovering over us, which it has passed us over, which is nice. And I believe I speak for Dreamlab and myself when I say we've survived and it's kind of blowing over now. Feel very sad about the Bahamas, but I think maybe it's all this negative energy that is in the vicinity that is kind of releasing itself, and everyone was a little bit tensed up about this. And now that we have, made an effort to have all that energy and be prepared, now I think we're just all a little bit more tired. And it's interesting to see that Brian feels the same way. So a lot of stuff on my to-do list, yet very little to show for it. I did make one video yesterday, so that was nice. I haven't actually posted that yet, but it's done and it's in the can. Yes, it is a nice new haircut. I did that spontaneous note. When was that? 2-3 days ago, I think. It's about 2 days old, and I did it myself with wild clippers that I bought about 6 years ago for $30. That was very good. So I put the rest in Rod's locker. That's exactly right, in Rod's hair locker. Rod isn't here today. Don't know what's happening. But hey, maybe he'll turn up later. Let's have a look what's going down in Subnautica, where I will be unpausing our game. There we go. I don't quite remember what happened there last time. I believe we parked our prawn suit somewhere in that new facility. Oh, Bruno Jose, how are you? Very good to see you. Excellent. Thanks for joining the stream. We are here in Jay's Crab Shack, of course. I believe we're charging up some batteries. Is that correct? Let's just have a look. Oh, that is very nice of you. We're hugging you right back. Brazil, my goodness, we are seriously international today. So there's Brazil. Sometimes we get people from Malaysia looking at us. Then we have, of course, Dreamlab from Australia joining us right now. And we have the eastern seaboard of the United States, which is very cool. So there we go. Insufficient power, that's not good. That's not good. And we've got Germany. That's, we're a truly international audience. Oh, sorry, did I say Dreamlab? I meant Backdoor. I do, for some bizarre reason, get you guys confused. No, sorry, this is a sign of tiredness. I'm telling you, crazy. What we need is a little dive in the depths of the lost river in Subnautica. Let's see what we find today. So, we need to retrieve our crazy stuff, huh? We need to retrieve our prawn suit. We need to check out that facility, and let's just see what else we can do. What else have we got with us? The world is a village, as they say, Dreamlab and Backdoor. The world is a village. So, how is our generator doing here? So Brian's tired, I'm tired. How is everyone else? Christina feels sick, of course. Maybe that's what it is, Julia. That could well be. Similar avatars. There, put that in there. 6 a.m. So hey, that is seriously early. Thanks all the same for joining us. That's really, really exciting. I'm so glad you can make it. You're not working today, are you? Just checking. Nothing in that cupboard. That's cool. Got some water. Got some of these. These two, I think I'm going to go leave those here in the battery locker. And oh, look at that. That's actually perfect. These two have now charged up properly. So I'm going to take those out, unequip, put the empty ones in here. There we go. That's perfect. So I'm thinking we're just going to put these 2 full power cells into that battery storage locker. And no work is always good. Chill out. Start the day with some Subnautica. That's very exciting. So I believe this thing is fully charged because we've got the charge fins. That's great. I think I might just leave the ion cubes in here as well. Or should I take them with me? No, I take them with me actually. Well, I'm going to have to return anyway to get those batteries charged up as soon as they're full. So I might as well leave those things here. And I'm going to go and swim. Blue thing. I'm going to go and swim back to the prawn suit. And then, with or without it, hopefully with it, we're going to go and try to explore that fossil lab that we happened upon last time. So God knows what's going on in there. Maybe I should eat something. There we go. Do you know, that is an interesting idea, Bruno. I've done one which is essentially free on YouTube, and it is... Oh, look at that, we can actually take this one.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I've looked at Udemy, but I think I'm going to do this for free on YouTube for now. And, thank you so much for your wonderful donation. I really, really appreciate that. And it's through donations like that keeps me going. So very much appreciated. Thank you. Whoops. Ouch. The course, by the way, isn't finished. I want to pick it up so that hopefully I'll finish it towards the end of the year. So the bits I want to add there are things like what was next on the list? Mesh lighting. Then we talk about HDRIs. Then we talk about... Exactly, that's right, Christina, in the middle of the lighting section. Then we talk about render settings. And what I've completely left out of this part of the series is in fact characters. So that I want to pick up because it's such an extensive topic. I want to pick that up in a second series. So let me finish this one, and then hopefully we're going to do a second one, and that's just about characters and clothing and how to dress people up and so forth. But I wanted to start with a basic thing so that people who are new to Dash Studio can kind of watch a few videos in sequence and get a bit of a primer there. That was the idea. And then while I was doing it, I was thinking, well, we need to do so much more explaining on the character front. So at least Streamlab, that's what I'm thinking, at least if not more. I love to collaborate with you guys there on Discord and see if we can maybe hammer out an itinerary for that. But before we start that, I think I'm going to go and hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months finish off the current series. I never thought it was going to take me a year. Unbelievable. Fossil lab and prawn suit. I forgot about our wonderful little sea moth here. So that'll get us there really fast. Oh, crazy noises. That's not what we... Oh, you. Hello. Yes, easily, if not more. So what I want to also explain in this series is more about how you get a picture out of Dash Studio fairly easy, and where to go from here. What are the next steps? So yes, that's going to be the primer, the 101 series. And then more advanced topics, I was going to just cover those in between, if and when. There's the quick tips. I made another quick tip yesterday. There's another one that I'm working on kind of in my mind right now. And so that's going to come up as well. Those are kind of more in-depth, quick tips. And I'm thinking we should also do something with the 10-minute portrait type idea. I like that idea to just go and set yourself a time limit, look through your library and say, hey, let's go and see what we can make with that. Timer starts now, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, and then, you know, we'll see where that, what gets us there. But kind of train on making renders a little bit faster. So welcome to the Fossil Lab, everyone. This is the Fossil Lab. We discovered it last time, and we didn't look around much because I really had to eat. I mean, you know, in the game, not in reality. And so I thought, you know, maybe we can do that today. Look around and explore. We put that little beacon there. Speaking of drinking, let's have some coffee. There we go. Woohoo! Old lantern fruit. We can eat that as well before it completely spoils. There. I'll leave the sea moth here for now. I wonder if I can actually go and explore this with the sea moth, perhaps to a certain extent. Perhaps not. Oh, there we go. This is something I totally forgot. I'm glad we're discovering it here now. I think I need a tablet of sorts. Purple tablet. Okay. I don't think I have one with me. I've got the blue tablet, but I think I can manufacture a purple tablet. So we're going to have to go back and make one. Now that's cool. Maybe we need to make another one. I'm just going to go have a quick nosy about and see what else this facility holds for us. Do you know, Brian, I feel like that sometimes. It is like working, well, when I say working, with 3D software, it is almost like playing a video game for me. It's doodling around a lot. At the end of the day, several hours are gone. You have not a single good-looking render to show for it, and you think, my God, I'm exhausted. That's what I feel like. Ah, something scannable here. Let's see what happens here. Ribcage. Ouch. Ribcage samples. A display case containing an array of ribcage harvested from the indigenous life forms. There is a particular focus in this instance on vertebrate skeletal structures. While some of these skeletons match organisms encountered on the planet so far, most cannot be matched with confidence, suggesting either that there are species out there not yet accounted for, or that they have become extinct since these samples were collected. Ray species. Ghost rays, jelly rays, crimson rays. All of the rays on 4546b have given up predation in favor of herbivorous scavenging and use poisonous flesh to protect themselves. That's crazy. Do you know, Dreamlab, and also that is what takes so long sometimes, isn't it? These things that do give you a headache and you try a lot.
Integrating new PDA data.
And that just costs so much time. What have we just found there? Data downloads. And I think sometimes it's nice when you just set yourself a time limit and say, do you know what? Focus on the things you're good at, knock out something, and then learn something in a different session, rather than mix those two into the same session. I don't know what we just downloaded there.
"30 seconds.
Huh. Let's grab a breath of fresh air in our... Oh, that's the wrong way, isn't it? Let's go back upstairs. Let's go get that other tank on quickly.
Residual biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
That's terrible. Well, before I do this, I need to get out and just see if I can actually bring the whole sea moth into here. Oh, ion cube. Don't mind if I do. Might as well just bring that with us. how do we get out of here? Is this not how we got in? John, thank you so much for subscribing. And also, let me just have a quick look. Why there's 2 overlays here? That looks terrible. What's going on here? Yes, why are there 2 of these things? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I see. There we go. For some reason, it just doubled. There we go. So how do we get out of here? Ah, there we go. Phew. I mean, when you say stuffing them up, it's you know, that's where good editing comes in. So don't be afraid to just go and say, I've had a wrong word there, and just keep going. Start the same sentence from the top, and just, you know, don't worry so much about doing it in one take. That can be tremendous pressure. Also, what I frequently find is that sometimes when I talk and explain something, my brain just freezes up. So like, oh yeah, so what you need to do is at the top left here, you bring down that menu in which it has, and then I have this 10-second pause until my brain realizes what I want to say is the render settings tab. But then what you do is you just either, like right now, for example, you just try and talk over it, or you just pause a moment and just remember where you were in that sentence, and then just continue the sentence. And then your magic editor, i.e. me, can just go and take that out really easily. Same with ums and ahs, so don't be afraid to use them. They're fairly easy removed. And the trick about editing really is to acknowledge what is good, and then just literally take out all the bad bits. And what you're left with is literally pure gold. That's a very simplified way of explaining it, but that's literally like that with everything. Holiday photos, you know, you've got 100 photos, 30 of them are good and 70 are not. Just go and take them out, delete them, and you're left with a really, really good slideshow. Let's park ourselves here for a second and just see what's going down. Well, you know, it's difficult for me to assess it before I've seen it. So some things, maybe one of your takes, just send it over, and then we'll just take it from there. At least I can give you an idea of if it's usable, which I'm pretty sure it is, because it really is no problem if I have to take out about 70% of what you're saying. It's really no problem. But sometimes the devil is kind of in the details, and it may be that some things are not editable or easily editable together, but we don't know until we have a look at it. So, you know, don't be afraid and send me one, and then we can just take it from there. That is a very good point, Dreamlab. That is exactly right. I have that sometimes. I record something and I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't even want to look at it, that's terrible. And then you put it down and leave it for a few days, and then you look at it and you think, whoa, I don't know what was wrong with it. Or you look at it after the edit and you think, hey, actually there's a lot of good stuff in here. The skeletal remains of a vast predator housed within an artificial habitat. I'm looking forward to it. The habitat constructed to house the specimen suggests it was kept alive in containment for research purposes for months or even years. Poor little guy. Organic matter indicates the habitat once supported extensive plant life, though it has since decayed. You don't say. When the facility collapsed, the specimen was either left to die or killed on the spot. Evolution. While it shares some skeletal traits with the biter and sand shark, including its distinctive double-eyed sockets, this fossilized specimen is significantly larger and features unusual forearms rarely seen in aquatic species. This species has likely gone extinct in the past 1,000 years, and its evolutionary relatives have evolved almost beyond recognition. Huh. Really? Maybe it's a forebearer of the peeper. What do you think? Jeremy! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Subnautica Saturday. We're talking DAS Studio, editing, videos, and of course, what's this big skeleton doing in this research facility? More stuff down here. Let's have a look at that other crazy room that we've just gone into. That was not reachable through here. CryEngine. Whoa, okay. That's another big one. Developed in Croatia. I've had a look at some of the games made with CryEngine, but I've never had a look at it. What's their licensing model? I didn't even know it's something that, you know, the likes of you and I could even, you know, entertain. Free is always a good price, I've got to say. Biological matter. Oh my god, this looks like that purple guy, doesn't it? Ugh. The purple guy who keeps warping things. Warper parts, oh, that's it. The organic parts on display contain DNA from dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. Oh, that's crazy. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. This production line setup suggests that these self-warping constructs were built, maintained, and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. Yes, Far Cry was indeed made with that, Julia. That's exactly right. I think it was Far Cry. Oh my god, look at that. Look at him. Oh, don't think we've ever seen him this close up without him warping us away. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. Ugh. This lifeform shows signs of heavy genetic modification and extensive mechanical grafting. Like geografting, I guess, huh? Its digestive and pulmonary systems have been replaced by an onboard battery receiving energy directly from the main grid and distributing it around the body. Miniaturized face technology has been implanted beneath the skin and is triggered by the central nervous system, allowing the construct to teleport at will. The brain and central nervous system have been digitally augmented with advanced processing power and remote communications. Assessment programmable hunter-killer - avoid. Sounds a bit like the creatures from Cyberpunk 2077, doesn't it? Now, if we were a hacker, we could go in and just have this guy hunt for us. That'd be really cool. Bruno, that's a difficult question. It's kind of a nice... I think they struck a nice balance here between the whole survival, mystery, story aspect and base building. So there is this mode in Subnautica in which you can literally forget about the whole survival aspect and just focus on building. I really like that. And then if you're into survival horror, I guess, you know, things like that are also kind of... I mean, there are so many other types of survival games. Thank you, Backdoor. Let us know what you think of the engine. I'd be interested in your opinion. Yes, I remember that Dream Lab. It was really, really cool. I loved the water. The game itself wasn't actually very good. They had a bit of an issue porting it to consoles, and they didn't modify it at all. So there was the one you get for the PlayStation 3, I think, Far Cry for the PlayStation 3, the first one. That is, the mechanics are exactly like on the PC version, except with the controller you're way slower, and that's just a terrible gaming experience. So it's kind of impossible to play on the console. They did a much better job at the Xbox version, which had kind of different additional features, and it was really confusing because there was Far Cry Instincts Evolution, and that was an original Xbox exclusive.
Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded.
Oh.
Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised.
Self-scan, you say? Hey, okay. Let's see, self-scan, okay. Let's do this.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system.
Oh.
Medical report recorded to data bank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Yes. Oh dear. Oh my god. We're gonna die. Ooh. Well, I guess that's kind of part of the whole puzzle, for us to find a cure for this virus, which has clearly infected us as well. And perhaps this is what they were trying to figure out in this facility. So creepy. Good thing we're wearing a suit and can contain it. And I suppose it's the same type of thing that... Do you remember when we were in this other alien facility, the one that shot down our rescue ship, and in fact our ship, and a previous ship that was here? They scanned us and they detected this illness, and that is exactly why we feel the way we feel. Ugh. I think we've seen it all. The only remaining mystery here is literally behind that door that we cannot get into. Oh, having said that, if we scanned this, is this something we should have a look at? I don't think I know Studio Days. Sea dragon egg. This large egg is held in a hermetically sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Without the means at the facility to house a fully grown sea dragon specimen, it is possible the aliens sought to study instead the egg-laying and incubation process. To what end is unclear. That was Unity, exactly. Yes, Subnautica is working in Unity. Unity 3, I believe it was. I don't know if they've ever ported it to 4. And then of course there is Epic's engine as well. That's also very cool. I love that you can now just take it for a spin and do with it whatever you like. I really like the idea also that we get to a point now where these, oh my goodness, these real-time engines, they're just much more of a pleasure to use than things like DAS Studio. I mean, you know, it's nice, but it's just so clunky and cumbersome sometimes when you think, hey, in a video game I can just position my camera, I don't know, here, press a button, and I've got the environment that I'm looking for. I wonder if there'll be a point at which we can build environments just like that without getting, you know, killed. And hello, Joe! How are you? Nice to see you. Right, so for this thing we need a purple tablet. So I say let's quickly go back to Jay's Crab Shack, build one, and come back. I've never tried it, Steve. I've never tried the Unity engine myself. Unreal is the only one I've tried so far. But literally, I've installed it, ran a few blueprints, was amazed, and then I had to go to work. So it's kind of, it's a shame. I didn't have more time with that. Right, interesting, Bruno. I think Unity is one of those things that's gonna could be big. I don't know. I've just played another game. In fact, this morning, it's called Firewatch. That's actually something really exciting. That is also built with Unity, and that I'm going to start on Monday. So Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me. The previous time slot we had for... Oh, okay. What's with the attitude, man? What's with the hostility, dude? So yes, where we've played that wonderful abduction game previously, starting Monday, we're going to play Firewatch. It's so much fun, and it looks beautiful. It is one of those games you can literally just lose yourself in and just look at the landscape. Yes, I discovered that through a really interesting coincidence, and I thought I wanted to share that with you. Let me just go grab a drink here.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. This is actually, I'm totally going the wrong way, aren't I? This is not where we want to be. We want to go to Jay's Crab Shack. There we go. Good stuff. Kevin Beacon. This is the prawn suit. Yeah, this is what... Oh dear. Dude, we can all be friends here. Where's that perimeter thingy system that we need for this? Stop looking at me funny. I'm trying to get out of here, dude. Man. I have literally none. I have to say, Steve, that is one of my biggest shortcomings. If there are YouTube videos on how do you get a sense of direction, please point me in the right direction. If I can even find that. Terrible. I am so bad. I'm literally so bad. It's just something I don't have. Maybe we'll go left here. No, quite obviously you do not go left here, Jay. You need to go right. No, I'm sure it's this way. Okay, let's go that way. Oh, look at that. I'm totally lost. Maybe you should have listened to me. Doesn't help that Subnautica doesn't have a map, does it? Ay, caramba. Yes, don't follow him. Follow other people. This doesn't look like the way home. Let's just get us. Okay, that was obviously not the way home. Okay, let's try this way. That's all we can do at this point. Just trial and error every direction. Jay's Crab Shack. No, don't look at me funny. Here's Warperman. Warperman. You see, and then the other thing I do is go make the same mistake again. Let me demonstrate. Oh look, this is not the direction to go into. Man! How do we get to Jay's Crab Shack? I remember I used to play text adventures on my Commodore 64, and the ones I really liked were the British Magnetic Scrolls adventures. They were very cool, and they had a command where if you had visited a location, rather than you have to kind of find your way back and go south, go north, and just find your way back, you could say go to the ballroom, and then it would figure out where the way was, and you just watch the computer go 12 steps, and that was really good. No, my friends, we're not there yet. Do you see this orange beacon that is kind of just moving with my screen here on the left? So I had that before sometimes. Let me just go and switch some of those beacons off because, like this one was not even supposed to be on. There. Gonski. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that actually. Good point, Dreamlab. That is a good point. I mean, I could have just as easily picked, I don't know, Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones. No, you're right. Maybe it's because it allows me to get rid of the interface and just look at the background without there being a character in it. That could be, but I'm just guessing here. That might have something to do with it. So especially in Firewatch, I'm thinking I can literally just stop at a scene and just look at it for 5 minutes and just see the subtle movements of these things. Much like in Subnautica, it's just absolutely mesmerizing. Maybe that's why I do it. Indeed, very immersive. Yes, if you know any more such games, please point me in those directions. Always good to put those on the wish list and then go, hey, 99 cents instead of $90. That's very true, yes. We can always try asking these guys for directions. I'm not sure if they're gonna... You, sir, I'm sorry. I was wondering if you can put me in the direction of Jay's Crab Shack. Yes. Damn. They're either aggressive... Yeah, exactly. They're either aggressive or they don't answer. Ah. Jay's Crab Shack. Ow. And very much appreciated what you said about the 3D shenanigans streams, that something's missing on Friday. I really appreciate that, Brian. Thank you. Let's go repair this thing while we're here. It is. Wyoming. Just down the road from Longmire. And Absaroka County.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Needed Boogle, how you doing? Let's just feed that hungry generator here. Must not eat that stuff. I mean, I must also eat myself. But, you know, this thing is, of course, more important. How else are those batteries going to get charged, I wonder? Now, do we all remember why I'm actually back at the Crab Shack? Because I've half forgotten. Purple tablet, there we go. Just about remembered. Yes, my goodness, I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 hailed as the best game of all time, which I think perhaps a tiny bit of an overstatement. But nevertheless, I mean, it looks super complicated, I must say. Julia's just making me some coffee. That's very nice. Well, actually, she's just pouring the coffee, which is very nice. So thank you so much, Julia. Very much appreciated. Coffee, woo! Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is kind of a continuation, or DreamLab can explain it better than I do. It's a continuation of a board game, I believe. And they're currently developing it in Eastern Europe somewhere. Was it Croatia, Poland? CD Projekt, those are the same people who run the GOG.com website. Where would the tablets be? Not here. Could be equipment. Oh, there we go, perfect. What do we need? Purple tablet, 2 diamonds, and an ion cube. Man, that kind of puts a spanner in the works. Thank you so much for the coffee. I much appreciate that. Poland, that's the one, exactly. Blue tablet, orange tablet. The diamonds. That's interesting. Because I don't think we have diamonds here with us. Or do we? No. Cuttlefish egg, that's empty. That doesn't have diamonds in. We have a ton of diamonds on the sub, so we can always go there, which is only... If we just switch off Kevin Beacon here for a second. Kevin Beacon, there we go. That sub is only 1,500 meters away. Okay. So we could just go there. On this occasion, bring back those batteries that are now fully charged. Very good, very good. Let's pick those up. Yeah, let's just take all of these things and head back to the sub then. Yeah, because the sub definitely has diamonds. I don't know where else we would find diamonds here. Let's just go eat more lantern fruit so that we can get less thirsty here. And make some coffee. That's all, you know, have coffee in reality and in the game. Do you know, Bruno, The Witcher, I've seen it on sale so many times. I've never tried it. Is it worth trying, you say? Yeah, it's like permanent sale now, $14.99. And like you say, it is a good idea to just get an idea of what the quality of their games is like. Yes, Christina, go grab a coffee. Come on. I'm grabbing one. I'm grabbing another. I'm having two to go, in fact. Astroneer Dreamlab, you know, that's actually true. Astroneer, I've seen that being streamed. That may be something.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Do you know, I was thinking that as well. When I think Dreamlab mentioned it a few months ago. Was it months ago? Weeks ago? And you should actually get commission for this. That would be kind of cool. If you get a commission for every time you recommend a game, you should get like, you know, 5% cashback or something. That'd be really cool. And I remember seeing the trailer, and the one gripe about it that I have is that, and this is nothing against the game itself, it's just something that I've noticed. Sometimes game developers put so much effort into a beautifully looking game, and it is all about hacking and slashing other humans. I find that's just so sad. I mean, does it have to be always about killing other humans? Is that really all humanity aspires to? Talos Principles, Patrick suggested that, and I missed the sale. See, lost direction again. Maybe. Except for World of Warcraft. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it's less about the story and it's more about, oh my god, look at what they can do and look what they've done and the level of depth and detail that they're putting into that. I tried to explain this to a friend of mine who's not into video games at all. So I gave him the original Xbox back in the day as a present when it was like, you know, $100 or something. And I don't think he's ever switched it on. He's just not into these things at all. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. It's just not for him, and that's perfectly fine. But that's really where streaming video games these days comes in. I mean, Subnautica is a great example of a game that some people just can't play, but they can enjoy the story and the graphics just by watching it. And that's just you know, where game streaming has just turned this whole thing around. Some games these days are so complicated that you really need somebody who shows you around and maybe even explains the story. This is not where we need to go right now. Not quite yet. We go over here. Perfect. Yes, so that's the aspect that I'm really looking forward to in Cyberpunk 2077. The whole, oh my god, look at the people. I mean, you can literally, it just looks like real. Okay, we're going to be a little bit careful now because we're coming up to 900 meters depth. And of course, our poor sea moth can't go any deeper than that. Never will. Speaking of old, by the way, Joe, where's Rod today? Is he watching or is he busy with other things? Yeah, I can relate to that, Dreamlab. It is one of those things. I always put things in perspective of game X, Y, and Z from 15, 20 years ago, which is why I'm so grateful for places like GOG that let us enjoy old games that I seem to remember playing that have never really worked well on my hardware. I seem to have always been, hardware-wise, I've always been like decades behind.
Systems online.
Aha! Glad to be back! Ah, isn't this amazing? Here's our gallery. Look at that. From everything from Rod's portraits to past game streams. This is also one of Rod's. Very cool. There's a YouTube tutorial on how to make that. This particularly cool project, let me tell you more about it. Brian Cramer's fascinating sci-fi novel Flicker World is now available as an audiobook narrated by yours truly. You can get it from Amazon, Audible and iTunes. There's a link to a free sample in the description. Happy listening. All right. Oh wow, Joe, that's terrible. I hope he's going to be back. He was asking about this little guy recently, Rod did. This is Woo Vince, and we started this kind of as an ad hoc stream, so we may pick that up every once in a while. Also one of Rod's. On the other side, if we can get there, doesn't let me get through it. Brian's print of a juvenile, what's it called again? Reaper Leviathan? Not a Reaper Leviathan, it's the Ghost Leviathan. Little mouse that I animated in DAS Studio with Mixamo animations, something I always wanted to make a tutorial about, something that just never worked as soon as I hit the record button, so it's kind of crazy. And then when I don't hit the record button, it works again. Bit of a puzzle there. Crab Shack, this is an homage on Jay's Crab Shack, of course, taken by my friend Kieran on Facebook, very nice. And this is one of Patrick's, when we're looking for copper. And there's the copper giving us copper. Very cool. Woo! So big round of applause there.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Woo! Let's have coffee. See if we can make that purple tablet. We don't have a purple tablet here by any chance, do we? I mean, we can. I've got so many diamonds in the gems locker. In fact, let's just go put some. Whoops! No, that wasn't it. Hang on a minute. Wrong music. Let's do that. There. Smooth jazz shall be deployed. There's so many lockers, if we don't label them, we don't even know what's in them. So this is copper, and there's more copper here, so that's good. Kyanite, titanium, so I think we do we have a random locker? Random locker, there we go. See if there's a tablet in there. Negative. Let's have coffee. There's the gems locker. Diamond, fantastic. Let's have two. And then we have these ion cubes. We have a whole uraninite locker. We do, apparently. I don't even know what uraninite is for. Maybe one day we'll find out. There we go. One purple tablet, please. Wow, and that's 109 days. That's the hours counted up, basically, is it? Woo! That is good, man. That's good. Let's have a bite to eat. Oh yes, and then there's of course the batteries. This one's empty. Huh. Well, I want to go put these in here. Goes in here. This one's empty, so I'm going to take that out. Put this one in here. This one's still decharging properly. Yes, that's another way of looking at it. Absolutely. Well done. There. And then this one's missing because it's empty. So, good stuff. Take that with us. And also switch maybe, is this all using up power here maybe? I don't know. Are the engines on or off? I'm sure they're off. They're off. Perfect. Yeah, good stuff. Perhaps we're just going to go switch the lights off here and there. Doesn't attract so much attention. I may also, look at that, look how shiny. I'm going to put the ion cubes in the random locker just because, you know, I don't really know what we need to do with them next, but, you know, let's keep a hold of those tablets. Okay, great. Thank you, Joe. We shall be on our way. Back to that alien research station. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. To your Dreamlab, if you feel up for it, put out a stream of what World of Warcraft is about. I mean, I feel really weird for saying that because I have no idea what it's about. I've never played it. So, you know, if you do want to put out a quick stream just for me to have a look at, that'd be awesome. Same here, Christina, never played it. Maybe Dreamlab can show us around. Just the ropes for real beginners, you know. That was also a board game, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it's not a straight line, of course. We're gonna have to go via this little bulge here. And then we go over here. Yes, exactly. Then we go over here. And once we've done that, let's rescue our prawn suit. Let's see what else we can discover in Subnautica. Oops. Wow. That's crazy. But that's what video games are really good for. If you have the time, you can really sink your teeth into those things. If you really get with the story. I think that's what attracts me to some really good games, when the story is so engrossing that you don't mind playing it over and over and just keep yourself immersed in that. Speaking of which, what are we going to be immersed with data terminal download?
Integrating new PDA data.
Interesting. Oops. See, I don't know, specimen research data, where do I find that? Usually I press this one button and it goes straight there. Specimen with symptoms of infection. Yeah, see, this isn't it. Ah, Kara contagion profile, perhaps. This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial contagion identified as Kara. Interesting. Discovery first encountered during routine network expansion on outer worlds. Pandemic development, network error resulted in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly through the core worlds. Damn. Confirmed deaths, 143 billion individuals. That's quite a few. Bacterial mechanisms attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. This is what's happening to us right now. Symptoms, stage 1, gradual immune system failure. Stage 2, green skin lesions and flu-like symptoms. Stage 3, unpredictable alterations to biological structure. Stage 4, complete shutdown of executive function. Emergency steps taken, core worlds quarantined. Bacterial samples distributed to isolated disease research facilities for vaccine development. Treatment procedure unknown. So we're at stage 2 right now with the flu-like symptoms.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There was another one, specimen research data. Let's have a look at that one as well. I don't know if this was from the latest one or from the previous one, but these are the two that I was looking for earlier. So specimen research data, a catalog of information on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore gamma, this entry seems to reference the common peeper, shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Poor peeper. Shows symptom remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly recur. Shows advanced learning behaviors, shows some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. So that is the peeper. Very cool. Leviathan embryos, adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimens acquired from nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small sample of eggs has been retained for continued high priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore theta. Off-site lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. I wonder if that's the large skeleton we found. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designator Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. That's cool. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. So 1,400 meters deep. Assessment. While it is unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data there on the aliens' attempts to develop a vaccine. So what this means, my friends, is what they're telling us is basically that there is another facility that I'm not sure if we've discovered it or not. I don't think we have. 1,400 meters deep, and it may house the answer to our question, i.e. how do we get cured? So perhaps that's where we should go next. Once we've retrieved the prawn suit, this is where we should perhaps focus our efforts on furthering the story of the game. Let's see if we can get that far. So I believe the facility they're referring to is called the Lava Castle. Well, before I go there, before I go to the prawn suit, let me go and park myself somewhere here where I know the route to the sub is gonna continue. Because, finding my way out of here is not that easy. Wow. And there's also this depth to the whole story. I mean, there's so much to explore. Oh man, that's not nice, Dude, yeah, we're talking about... Oh, don't do that, don't do that. Oh. Let's just quickly escape. He really doesn't like us, does he? Where's our Seamoth now? Yeah, where is our Seamoth? Sub? prawn suit. No sea moth. Ah, that's sea moth. Maybe I'd switched him off. That's possible. Drone camera. Don't tell me it doesn't exist anymore. That'd be really terrible. Sea moth. Aha. Let's make him green. Alright, nobody panic. We will find the sea moth again. It has to be here somewhere. Man. Haha. Here it is. Good stuff. Ugh, stop warping at me. Oh, he's looking at me funny. That's crazy. So, fossil lab. Right, let's go over here. Because I think one thing that really confuses me about this setup is how do I get in and out? Was it through here? I think it was, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Oh, terrible. Was it through here? There we go. Was it? No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Oh, thank God for that. So I'm thinking I'm going to park my sea moth right here at the entrance to this little offshoot, and I'm going to use it as a beacon. Now, do I have enough? What's it here? Got my drink. I'm going to have that a little later. That's all full of oxygen. Okay, let's get out of here and swim towards the prawn suit, which I parked at the very end of this offshoot thing here. And hopefully we can bring it back. I hope I can find my way back. Oxygen tank is filled. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. Yeah, I suppose with games it's more difficult than watching something like a TV series, because sometimes even if you don't pay that much attention, you can just go, well, I'll get back into it if I just keep watching it. But video games, sometimes that comes to the point for me where I'm playing it and I'm thinking, what am I even doing here? And then, you know, I like you said, Dreamlab, I pick up a different game, get into a whole different storyline, and by the time I pick the other game up and load in my save, I'm thinking, start this again? I don't remember where I am, so there we go. Brian, we've used it already. This was to get into that locked part of the research facility, so I've used it. Prawn suit, buddy, how you doing? No problem, no problem. Yes, that was to open that door. That gave us the Apollo 11. Oh yeah, I remember. That gave us the clue about where to go next, I believe. I'm glad we took the time to read this thing too. Jump jet upgrade. Do we need any more quartz? Oh, we got on the quartz front. Don't think we need any. Forget the quartz. Let's just go. Oh! Did Discord tell you that, Christina? Oh, Julia, sorry. And Mr. Rod Shelley! Fantastic! Welcome aboard! Welcome underwater! Aloha indeed, yes, we're having Hawaii Saturday today. Hiya! Oh, there was something. Somebody last Saturday told me, hey, you can actually run in Subnautica, and I didn't know this. When you're when you're walking. I don't know if that is also true for the prawn suit, but let me try and find out. Can we go fast with the prawn suit? Negative, no. No, prawn suit underwater, jogging is not, I want to say recommended. It's just not working. But we can jog and run fast on land, so that's very cool. Oh dude, man, that was just scary. What do you want? Like, you guys need to go away and leave me alone. Let's just have these, the number of these people, have they... TKO that was. Has the number of creatures increased here? It has, hasn't it? I'm not making it up. There were not that many creatures. I mean, literally all of them. Copper has decreased. Oh, man. Dude, it's my prawn suit. You're not getting it. You can warp everywhere. You know, oh, he's chasing me down. Oh, don't do that. You can warp everywhere. I have to walk everywhere. No, don't be upgrades. Oh, man. Oh. Right, give me back my prawn suit, and I'm out of here. What did you say? Oh yeah, the gun, right? The pushing away gun. I don't think we have that with us. Yeah, maybe on the sub. Oh Rod, that's terrible. Prawn suit meet Seamoth. Seamoth meet prawn suit. Thank you for being the beacon, showing us the way to the sub, which is where we're heading now. The tiling is surprisingly difficult, even with the right tools. Swankist Door, thank you so much for following. Alright. Oh, gel sack, do we need one? Why not? I mean, it's free. Let's get it. Let's get it. Lead? Nah, don't need lead. How are you doing, Swankers Door? Welcome to Subnautica Saturday. See if we can jump over this whole thing and land nicely on one of those little islands here. Oh yeah, there we go. What was it, Rod? Was it the floor or was it a wall? I'm just saying because floor tiling is just that much more difficult than wall tiling. Last time I checked the sub was... Oh, it's over here. Okay. Floor. Oh my goodness. Could do with a health pack here while I'm at it. There, perfect. Those pads, and also, did you put the spacers in properly? Did you use a spirit level? Silver, give it to me. Come on. Ah, there we go. Nicely does it. Yeah, when it's all nice and finished, it's just something really nice to enjoy, isn't it? But getting there, oh my god. I can just imagine. The thing with doing it yourself, you just get on with it and it's done. Builders, yeah, I'm gonna come back Wednesday. Actually, maybe Friday. I'm actually out of the country. I'm gonna, you've paid me already. I'm not gonna be back for you.
All systems online.
Or, like our friend in Ohio, they had the whole kitchen floor retiled What a terrible affair that was. They came back, and all of a sudden everything was completely wonky, and you couldn't really set one foot in front of the other without stepping over a wonky tile. So she got the supervisor in. Oi, have a look at this. This is terrible. Yeah. Man, we're gonna have to do everything again. Are you happy for the same guy to come back? Obviously not. Well, actually what she said was, if you, Mr. Supervisor, are confident that this guy can do a better job, go for it. It is on you after all. Guess he sent somebody else, so there we go. Tyler929, how you doing? Welcome to Subnautica Saturday. I'm gonna have to sit down. Whew. Right, let's just come up with a quick action plan here. We know where we need to go next, which is the lava castle. The lava castle is kind of behind us, and we need a bit of, well, we have all the depthness and all that we need, but what we could do with is kind of a protection system for our sub, I guess. So that we don't have. There are a couple of upgrades that we could build for the sub, and I don't know if we have all the right ingredients to do that down here. So let's just go and check. So there's one is a perimeter thing, and that is something, oh, there we go, very fast. Perimeter thing that is exactly force field. Let's just have a look here. That's the one. Cyclops shield generator. So we need one power cell. I guess we have that. We can give it the empty one. That'd be kind of cool. Creates a temporary barrier around the sub, rendering it invulnerable for a brief time. So the good thing about that is that it also repels those lava larvae. Bye, Swanker's Door. We will see you soon. Thanks for checking us out. We'll be here every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for a new game called Firewatch. Tyler, very, very cool GIF. Loving it already. Very nice. So we'd need polyaniline for that, and we need an advanced wiring kit. Sonar upgrade, it's okay, but we don't really need that. Fire suppression system, decoy tube upgrade we already have, and we're maxed out on the depth front. So I think that would be a good idea to get that thing so that those lava larvae can't suck us dry. I'm thinking we should use that. So let's see how we can make polyaniline and an advanced wiring kit. Yes, and at that point we can go well equipped, go into the depths. Benzene, polyaniline, gold, and hydrochloric acid. How do we make hydrochloric acid?
Fluid intake.
Oh, fluid intake. Okay, well, in a minute. Benzene, hydrochloric acid, salt, and deep shrooms. Well, we're lucky we have those things. Perhaps we should focus on those. Salt and 3 deep shrooms. Are they not in Rod's hair locker here? Okay, Bruno, thank you so much for joining in. Drop by any time. And thank you once again for that amazing dog. Very cool, Christina. Very cool. Bing. There. So here's one. I think we need 3 of them. Was it 3? Whoops. 3 deep shrooms. Okay, cool. Let's see if we have any down at the bottom, with a bit of exciting locker music here. Titanium quartz scanner room, copper, random. Could be in the random locker. Yes, look at that. Let's have 3 of those. And what was the other thing that we needed? Totally forgot it already. That is very, very cool. Woo-hoo. I love it. salt. There we go. Do we have salt? Have we ever had salt down here? Salt. I know we have a ton of salt in our main base. It's one of those things that you really don't need usually. Kyanite. That's not it. Titanium, quartz, scanner room. No salt in there? No. Of course there isn't. Maybe we've got it in here somewhere. Salt! Look at that! Very cool. We have salt. Let's go. Some salt. You guys are outdoing one another with those gifts. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Puffinlock. That is very, very cool. Awesome stuff. Let's make ourselves some hydrochloric acid. See where that gets us. Hopefully one step closer to polyaniline. Piece of gold. Oh yes, and I need some water. Okay. Let's and some coffee actually. And I need to eat something, so maybe we'll do that before we get on with the gold thing.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Must not drink the hydrochloric acid. Very important. By mistake, player dies. I was considering, instead of planting just lantern fruit, I could have planted something else here that is better for hydration, like the Chinese potato. But then in the end I decided against it, because the Chinese potato you have to regrow, you have to replant. So it whereas these things you can just keep picking and eventually there's nothing on the tree anymore, but the tree will then go and just regrow those lantern fruit. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it this way. Raw coffee is very important, of course. I'm gonna have another coffee too. Yeah, 2 maybe. Let's see if we can find some gold with some smooth jazz locker music. That could be in the metals locker. Alright, gold aplenty. Oh, there's also some resources, by the way, in the prawn suit. On the filing mission, maybe we're going to have a look at that as well. Can we access them from here? Yes. Alright. Oh my god, look at the lithium. It's dropping down. Very nice. Thank you so much, Puffinlock. Awesome. Gel sack. And lots of titanium and the lithium. My goodness. I'm going to grab some of that. See if I can fritter that away downstairs. Do we have a lithium locker? Tell me we need a lithium. Oh my god, we do. Look at that. We have a lithium locker. It's barely filled. Let's whack some lithium in there. Very cool. And then this goes in this titanium locker. Oh, which is also nearly full now. That's very cool. I like it. Now it's totally full. Do we need an overflow titanium locker? We have one. Look at that. We have it already. That's very cool. Let's fill her up. And then we have some silver. We can replace that gold that we took out there. There. Pop some silver in here. Have some coffee. Everyone's happy. Okay. While we're here, let's just empty the whole thing out. More lithium. I have a feeling we need a bigger locker. Nope, we can fill it all in. That's very cool. Awesome. There, I think we're done here. Let's make some polyaniline. Woo! There it is. That fresh polyaniline smell, huh? Very nice. Right, let's have a look. What else we need? For that, was it this thing? Yes. Advanced wiring kit. Okay, cool. Advanced wiring kit. What do we need for that again? That appears to be more like a tougher job. It requires a regular wiring kit. I remember that. That's just 2 pieces of silver. And then we need 2 gold and a computer chip. Now that's more or less a puzzle because that computer chip, very, very cool. Very good. Come on, Fry, drink it all up. Very nice, Dreamlab, thank you so much. Very cool. Computer chip, how do we make that? Table coral sample, gold and copper wire. Okay. Well, back to the lockers. Back to the smooth jazz. I have a feeling we have something along those lines over here. We already have a computer chip. Look at that. Let's grab that. 2 pieces of silver. Steal that from the metals locker. And those are the main ingredients. That saves us a lot of work. Unless, of course, we needed that computer chip for something else. I don't quite remember. Let's make that wiring kit. Yeah, but Dreamlab, how big is your coffee mug? You told me once it's about 25 ounces or something. If that is a cup, a couple of golds, and do we need some 18? That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Let's take some copper from the copper locker or the more copper locker. It's kind of the overflow copper locker. Make some copper wire with that. I've noticed that Subnautica has actually started playing more ambient music as soon as I hit my smooth jazz button, so crazy stuff. Right, yes. Thank you so much, Cubicle Desert, and thank you so much for joining us. Woohoo! Welcome to Subnautica Saturday. It is Saturday, isn't it? Yes. We're building this thing, a Cyclops shield generator. What else could we buy with that? Cyclops docking bay repair module. Interesting. Oh, it is Sunday. It is, yeah, absolutely. It's the future where you are, isn't it? Subnautica Sunday. Do you know this is why we have to always do Subnautica at this time slot? Because it'll be Subnautica Saturday / Sunday, no matter where we are. Well, the docking bay repair module, that would take our repair tool away, and I don't think it's going to be that useful. So we're just going to use this one here. Shield generator. Okay, let's do this thing. Right. I'll pop it right in on the other side. I hope this thing has actually used the empty battery that we had with us. Probably. Why would we have had a fully charged battery with us? Okay. Let's pop that right in here. Oh, we didn't need copper wire? Didn't we need copper wire? Oh, that was for the... Oh, man, I'm confused. Cyclops shield generator. That's all we need to know. Whoops. Pop that in here. There we go. Creates a temporary barrier around the sub, rendering it invulnerable for a brief period of time. And the way this thing is triggered, I believe, is from over here. When we pilot the sub, there's this button here now. I think this is it. I believe. Yeah. And the computer chip already had. Yes. That is exactly right. That's exactly right. Thank you for letting me know, Christina. That's exactly right. Okay, so this is how we use the shield generator here. Once we drive this thing, we hit this button, and then all the lava larvae can just, go straight to hell, which is awesome. Okay. Before we carry on, I was wondering if it's a good idea to make another power cell. I mean, I don't remember how to do that. We could even make these ion power cells here, which are made of... How do we make that? 2 ion batteries and silicone rubber. Maybe just make a regular power cell of 2 batteries and some silicone rubber. Or we make 2 ion batteries. How do we do that? Ion cube, gold, and silver. That's not actually that difficult to make, specifically because they come fully charged. So 2 of those, and some silicone rubber. Well, if we have silicone rubber somewhere, these are actually charged, aren't they? So maybe we don't need that. I think we're good on the power cell front. I've forgotten that we already had 2 more in the cupboard here. So that's kind of cool. Let's put these things in here. Blue tablet we're going to keep hold of. And then, I guess, it's literally time to explore that lava castle. Let me just have a quick, brief look at how we get back down here. Oh yes, this was it, wasn't it? So towards the west, that's where that deep ravine type thing is. We follow that down here, right down here. And then we make it back into here. Okay, cool. So ever so slightly dramatic, perhaps, Brian.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Well, boys and girls, I'm gonna go sit down here, look at the sub for a little bit, and nature calls, so I'm gonna go on a little bathroom break. Wait here, I'll be right back. On second thought, I should have really put a chair in front of the gallery so that we can admire some of the pictures instead, hey? One of those things. Cubicle Desert! Thank you so much for joining us. We're on our way to the lava castle, trying out a new shield generator. And when we get there, guys, please remind me of the fact that we need to build a beacon so that if ever we find the lava castle, which, you know, hopefully that's happening today, let's place a beacon right there. Okay, let's go down a little bit. Whoops. Perhaps not that much down. Turn around a little bit. If there is enough room here. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Julia. That's nice. I'll put in my diary as well. Dear diary, remember to build a beacon before I enter the lava castle. Do you know what? The more interesting, the more important thing for me is, do I actually fit into this little slot here like this? Yes, I think I can just about... I know roughly where I'm going, Steve. If ever we'll arrive, that would be anyone's guess. I think this is the way. And then we do kind of a sharp right after that. It's only getting deeper from here, you know. Also, do you remember the entry? It said that that facility we're looking for is 1,400 meters deep. So that sub ain't gonna go there. Oops. Sorry for destroying vast amounts of wildlife here. Never stop believing, Steve. That's the spirit, isn't it? Okay, hang on a second. Tool time! How you doing? Welcome to Subnautica Saturday! We're heading straight to the lava castle, even though it looks like we're only heading for a straight block here, like a wall. Just trying to get my bearings. So we've dropped down. This is all awesome. And I think there is a beacon that we've set here by the entrance of that other facility here. It was not Kevin Beacon. It wasn't the fossil lab. We can switch that off. Shiny happy tree, exciting wreck. That wasn't it either. Approach here, no. Beacon floating island, no. Resources, massive skeleton. Huh. Did we not put a beacon there? Did we take it away with us again? How stupid is that? I could have sworn we put a beacon at the entrance of that other... Was it the power plant? That could be. Maybe it's the power plant. Tatel16, how you doing? Thank you so much for Subnautica Saturday and following me. Thank you for Subnautica Saturday. No. Thank you for visiting Subnautica Saturday. So I need to go this way, right? Is this it? Jace Crabshack. No, that's not it. This is it. The power plant. That's it. Perfect. So we're heading roughly eastish then, I guess. Is that right? Lava. Not heading east at all, are we? We're heading southeast. That's where we need to go. Perfect. Southeast. I wish I had a sense of orientation. I wish. Kevin Beacon, yes. Whew, there we go. Speaking of air, thank you for reminding me that my other oxygen tank is full. That's all good. Let's turn around, facing east, going down, and heading out. Southeast. Come on, can we do this? Oh, deep shrooms in case we need some. Do we need some deep shrooms? I mean, they're just there. They're just there. Let's grab some. What are we waiting for? Christmas, we've got deep shrooms to harvest. Let's do this. 6 degrees of Kevin Beacon, yes. It is so funny, isn't it? There, I'm heading for the fresh ones here. just in case we need to make vast amounts of, I don't know, hydrochloric acid or something. That should be enough. And that could quite easily go on the random locker. Oh, we have lots of deep shrooms already. Well, now we've got more. It's fine. Just in case, mushroom soup, you know. Deep shroom soup. I like it. All right. They do look like donuts. I hope they taste like donuts too. Is this the direction in which to head, I wonder? Maybe some happy music will work. What do you think? Perhaps this one. There, nobody panic. Hello, Warbler guy. How you doing? We're just passing through here. Deep shroom soup. Bit of onions, fresh cream, parsley, curly parsley, no Italian parsley. It's gonna be nice. A bit of garlic. And of course fresh butter. Very, very important. Lighter Goblin, how you doing? You're joining us on a very scary trip towards the lava castle. Full speed ahead, Mr. Cohn. And just in case, sorry about that. Just trying not to destroy quite so much wildlife down here. Just wanted to have a quick look. Look at that lava. It's several of them. Let us go and put that generator into play. Let's try it out. Psst. Yeah, baby. That should be enough. Let's switch it off. You guys are all gone. There we go. Pest control required. Okay. My God, there were so many. They're just sucking the batteries dry, you know. That is really good. Oh, that was well worth the investment. Literally a little dark in here. Oh, look at that. It's getting a little brighter, redder. We have quite a ways to go. It is past that power plant that we need to go. Shall we find out, Rod? That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Woo! Very, very cool. Now, we're approaching this really, really hot area. And I think last time we went just towards this, there was this massive guy that was trying to attack us. So if ever we hear nasty noises, like now, I wonder if that guy is going to come in again. So I could go slightly further with the sub. Just one guy. Maybe I'm going to take care of him manually, you know, the old-fashioned way. I like to keep my hands in as well. Do you know, absolutely, Tooltime, that's actually a really good idea. And I love to do that, but for some reason... You, go. For some reason, I haven't found the blueprint for that yet. That is something that I'm really, really looking forward to, but I haven't got it. Do you know where to find that blueprint? Just thought I'd do this behind me. Oh, don't there's nothing behind me. Oh, whew. Good stuff. I wonder if that generator is actually going to be good enough for that lava creature. Yeah, you see, in my other game, I found the blueprint, and now that I actually need it. So this is the first time I'm down here with the Cyclops. In my other game I did this whole section without the Cyclops. And yes, I haven't found it, so So we can either now go forward with the sub and hope this guy doesn't, you know, crush us, or we go there just by swimming. Perhaps we'll do that. And just have a quick nosy around here. Let's just go and
Engine powering
switch
down.
off the engine. And these ghastly bugs, of course, they're trying to suck dry my battery, so I'm going to take precautions. I can't leave the shield generator on either because that takes up too much power. These are all down a little bit. What's happening on the other side? And of course, need to eat. Might as well pick up a snack while I'm walking down here. That's full, that's empty. Okay. I'm taking that one out. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. I think I'm taking all of them out. Lighter Goblin, it is Subnautica. Alright. I've taken out all the batteries, so nobody can suck them dry. That's the point of it. So let me go and quickly nosy into this direction. Yeah, so these guys, they're still attacking the sub, but there's nothing that they can suck out anymore, so that's very good. I like that. I like that. And the other option that we have to charge up our sub, if we don't have that blueprint, is we can build a base here with the thermal generator and then just put a power cell charger in there. Yep, that's the guy. I remember. What I haven't remembered is to bring a beacon so that I can put it at the beginning of the lava castle. Oops, oh my god, that's him. How are you doing, my friend? Do you think we have time to scan him? Let's try and scan him. Sea Dragon Leviathan. I guess my knife is kind of immune to him. Grumpy by nature. He looks friendly. Oh. And he's circling around, that's crazy. Oh, and there's Warper Dude. Awesome. Right, let's go back to the sub. Switch off some of these beacons. I guess I'm going to put one battery back. Just the one. So that we have a bit of oxygen production here. This one. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, very good. Oh my god. Crazy stuff. Eat, drink, health pack, all that. Could eat that gel sack as well, couldn't I? Yeah, gel sack. Excellent. Okay, let's make a beacon. I believe that's just one piece of copper and one piece of titanium, which is, of course, to be found down in the locker. Well, we need some locker music, of course. Hear this in the regular copper locker. All right. We should make 2 beacons. What do you think? 2 beacons. Let's do that. See, the professional brings backup. The backup beacon. Okay. One beacon, please. They're deployables, aren't they? Yes, there we go. Beacon. Canadian back beacon. I like it. That is actually very good, Brian. About 2 of those. That should do the trick. Oh my god, have you seen this? How many are there? 6, 7, 8. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. Oops. Oh man. They sucked this thing dry so much that I didn't even have a chance to get that generator working. Or me pressing it decharged the battery so much. Okay, I think it's time for the creepy music. Come on, let's do a bit of creepy music. Like this one. See if we can make it all the way to the lava castle. So remember, this is just an exploration. I don't even know if I'm finding my way there. What is this? That's hot. Okay. Fine. It's hot. I get it. Oh. Oh, that would be so helpful to find that. What have we here? Silver. My goodness. It's not where it is. Could it be this way? It could be. But hey, let's see. All we know is 1400 meters deep. Where exactly? We don't know. This looks kind of creepy here. My god, another cave. Whoa. I'm just hoping I'll find my way back here. They'll just toast themselves, wouldn't they? Well, it is the correct depth. If it is... Ooh, hello.
I am what you seek. Want to help you. Oh my god. Don't look into his eyes. Okay, nobody panic. Everything is fine. This thing looks promising.
30 seconds.
There should be an entrance here somewhere. Ah. And if we're lucky, we're heading right for it. Oh my god, this is just crazy. He's looking at me funny. This is where we need to... Oh. Safety. No, dude, that's against the rules. You can't do that. You can't, put things into here. I'm in one of those facilities again where I can breathe. Change my other oxygen tank very quickly. And of course I'm going to put Kevin Beacon here. Just watch this guy from the other side. Oh my god, that was spooky, wasn't it? That was just so crazy. Oh, But we found it. So welcome to the lava castle. I believe this is where we are. The sunblock. First of all, I'm going to put a beacon here. Please don't be willing to die. Please die. I don't know how to game share this. I'm on the PC. I don't think I can do that. Boom. Southern Fried J. Okay, my friends, what shall we call this thing? I'm taking votes here. Yes, exactly. Hit us with your best beacon names. So that was Crispy. Could call it that. That sounds good. Crispy Beacon. Fry Baby. Yes, also not bad. I like it. String. Could call it, you know, Project Red. That'd be kind of cool. Project Red. That'd be good. With a K. Bacon Beacon, that's a good idea. Fatty acids. Do you know, that's exactly right, because then, you know, when we when we want to find something, we think, what was this again? So yes. Sizzlers. How about Sizzle Castle? How about that? Then that has at least some resemblance to, you know, what this is. Let's do that. Let's call it Sizzle Castle. Deep fried. That's also KFC. How's that? Oh no. All kind of copyright shenanigans happening there. Crispy Critter. I think maybe just let's leave it Crispy Beacon. How about that? Let's Crispy Beacon. There we go. I think we'll do that. That's perfect. JFC, that is I'm gonna have that. That's fantastic. JFC, Jay's Fried Chicken. Let's call it the JFC Castle. How about that? TM there. No copyright infringements there. It's just the JFC Castle. Woo! Very cool. Now, I always need a bit of a thumbnail, so before we get back into this thing, let me just go and pick one thumbnail for this guy here, maybe. As he kills me, fries me like a crisp. Bad idea, Jay. Very, very bad idea. Yeah. I will do. I'm just gonna go take a thumbnail because, you know, something maybe just like, I don't know, maybe just like this. Something like that. Come on, that's good. In case this guy gets back, we can always take another one. He doesn't, does he? Well, here we go. This is, of course, completely closed. Can't go further here. I'm so glad we made it. Insert tablet. Oh, what do you know? I brought the blue tablet. We have got the blue tablet, don't we? Yes! Fantastic! Let's pop it right in here. I'm so glad we collected that before, because there's only one blue tablet in the whole game, I believe, and that is at that energy facility that we looked at last time. Well. I'm going to approach this very slowly. Oh. We've been expecting you. Huh. This guy, we've met him before. Best leave him alone. Seems to be a rather large facility. John 117.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg hatching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
Well, that doesn't sound promising. Ion cube fabricator. Do you know, while we have him, maybe we also need that Cortana with us. She's a little bit better than whatever AI we've got on work now. That's actually more like a glorified Siri that we've got going here. The ion cube fabricator appears to be the origin of the raw mineral that forms the base of the ion cubes, which power smaller alien systems. Likely drawing power itself from the main thermal plant, this device may represent an almost limitless source of power. I agree. So, let's just take this thing in. That's a huge facility. Kind of the largest one we've found so far. Power plant. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to switch off the beacon for the prawn suit for now. Just because it's overlaid with the sub and it looks ugly. There we go. Also Jay's Crab Shack, but we can leave that on. Maybe we don't need that anymore. Power plant, that can come in handy. JFC Castle, I like it. Let's leave that in place too. Okay. So, JFC Castle, that's the entrance. That's the power plant. Here is the sub. And we don't really need that Apollo 11 at the moment either. The Seamoth is a little bit too far away and I don't think it can help us here. Okay. That's exactly right, Tool Time. We can bring the prawn and then just go to town over here. That's exciting. Whoa. Let's have a look at some of the exhibits here, shall we? Oh, there's so many rooms to explore, my goodness. I wish I had brought some more water. Do I have some water? Yes, emergency bottle of water. Maybe they've got a coffee machine down here. What do we have here? Alien technology. Well, I gathered that. It's just, you know, maybe a coffee machine. Translation device. Oh, that could come in handy. This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals... Ow! Dude! We've scanned you before. Don't make me get that knife out. Yeah. Do you see what we did to that juvenile... what's it? Anyway, analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. CHBC Live. T-Bang! How are you? Thanks for joining us. The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Yes. Shame it's behind this thing. I would love to just get it out and use it. Interesting. Interesting exhibits. Not much to look at, I guess. Empty case. Exactly, snack bar. That's the next thing we need to... Oh, nanobots. Just need to look closely. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside this seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. Well, let's not then. What else we got? An unusual box. Okay. That's exciting. Let's scan that. The unusual box. Organic matter particulator. Brian, have you ever thought of that? An organic matter particulator. It would do, absolutely. Ion cubes on tap. What else do we need? This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope, likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it was more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. You say unwise, I say opportunity. Crescent artifact. See what you're all about. It's a companion cube. That is so cool. Tracking implant. This construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the life forms indigenous to 4546b. Its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded biological data on the subject. However, this data cannot be retrieved. Oh, this is creepy. What's this? Alien object. Another one. My God. Alien coffee machine. Dang, building block. This rock-like object features organic as well as mechanical parts, and there is some genetic and technological crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere. It appears to serve no purpose in its current state and is awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been a fundamental building block of the aliens' technology, or even of the aliens themselves. Oh, I'm creeped out. Are you creeped out? I'm creeped out. I don't even want to know what's behind doors 1, 2, and 3 over here. Oh, and there's some more data up there. My God, there's so much to explore. Ion cube fabricator. Creeped out. That's exactly right. Let's have a look at these exhibits here. Just see if there's anything else that springs to mind. This looks interesting. The ancient blade. Ancient earth blade, to be more precise. An ancient earth blade dating back to the 13th century. On this planet, blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient space-borne civilizations engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species. What, like us? As in humans? We're not the top of the food chain? So, but would they have visited Earth at some point and then just took that as a souvenir with them? Or are we, in fact, ancestors of the spacefaring aliens? Swanker Store, welcome back. We're just going through the exhibits here in the lava castle. Alien carving. What's all this about then? This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol. Oh yeah, now that you mention it. 2 competing theories may explain this similarity. Number 1. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. Exactly, Brian, that's right. Number 2. The concept of yin-yang is universal. Since yin and yang describe the fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposite forces, it may be necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering of 2 circles, union, into opposed and infinitely small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. That's worthy of some creepy music. Alien statue. Okay, 3 more to go. Let's see what happens here. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines spiraling upward, indeed. The warm blue stone mounted above it. Kind of kyanite, isn't it? It may represent a plant found on the aliens' homeworld, a building of religious import, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. Maybe it's just made in China, though. Who knows? Circular object. Or Taiwan, indeed. Oh dear. Holographic projector. Now we're talking. 4K or... This device contains network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communications relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user to a remote location. Yes. There do not appear to be any other devices in range. Now that would be seriously cool. And that's it? That's the exhibit? No, actually, rudimentary tablet. Let's have a look. What does it look like? Stop rotating. We'd like to look at your front here for a second. Rudimentary tablet. This device shares many similarities with the tablets used to access the alien facilities, although its structure is rather less complex. It may have served a similar purpose, granting security access and storing relevant data, and was thus kept here as a form of legacy support. Yeah, much like Windows XP, what we were discussing earlier. Yes, designed in California. Now, my friends, where shall we go next? Shall we explore these 3 rooms here? Or shall we go up there and explore that G symbol? Or shall we have a look how to open that door at the back? The alien's Rotron rod. While we're in the vicinity, let's see how we can open this thing here. Another blue tablet. Ah. Well, we ain't got another one with us. But I believe we can make one. Just remind myself how that works. There is a blueprint for that. This always makes me laugh, by the way. Reactor rod. Anyway. Blue tablet, how do we make one? Ion cube and kyanite. Oh, we've got that. Back at the sub. So, okay, this is good. So, note to self, bring a blue tablet when we get here next time. About another half hour, I guess. Swanker's door. Another half hour, 45 minutes. We're going to explore this facility, and then we're going to go back into the sub, and then we're going to wrap it up. So I guess another half hour, I think. Oh, here's Mr. Robot again. See what happens if we just sneak past him and see what's in this back room here. Oh, I can actually walk faster, can't I? Oh, you know, by the way, I wanted to map this onto a different button while I'm here, while I remember. This running thing is mapped onto the pressing down the stick that I need to move in order to run. So, it's not cast, you know. Sprint. There we go, that's it. I think we're going to go and put that here, maybe? No? Oh good, that crashed then, did it? Did you save the game before? No, actually I didn't. Yeah, it seems to be a good... Oh, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. So, sprint. No, that's not that. I mean to... No, that's not that. I mean to put that thing there. Has that worked now? Sprint E... don't know, has it? Controller, there we go. I do apologize. I think I was in the wrong menu there. Sprint. There. So now I can do this. and walk a little bit faster. Another one of those arches. So we've previously discovered that these are actually teleportation network. We don't have any ion cubes on us, but now that we have a whole ion cube fabricator and we have several on the sub, I think that's another thing that we need to bring for next time. Oh my god, we have our work cut out for us next time. So blue tablet. Could you make a note of this? Blue tablet, at least one ion cube. Seeing that we have so many little doors to explore, I wonder if there's a teleportation device behind any one of these. Tanny 2011! Thank you for joining us on Subnautica Saturday. Door number 2, please. Golden Psycho 07! How are you?
This appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
Interesting. Yes, I do indeed, Golden Psycho. Every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look at all this. Very interesting. An egg literally of every species. Some of these we've actually found. Some of them creepier than others. We'll be about 2.5, 3 hours. So you can always drop in later. And there's also recordings of these on YouTube. There's at the top of the screen, there should be a link to my channel. Look at the ad. Bacon for flavor, absolutely. 4, bring curly parsley. 5, dash of garlic. Maybe the one in oil, pre-chopped. Oh, right, look at that. So no teleportation thing behind here, but a massive archive of stuff. And machines dropping it in and out. Ooh! Very funny, Golden Psycho, very cool. They are gross, aren't they? I wonder, do they have a cuttlefish egg here? And we can't scan any of these, no, they're just decoration. Oh, there's an upstairs. Let's have a look at the upstairs. Oh, that's the exit. Okay. JFC Castle, I like it. TM. Let's have a look. I'd like to know if they have a cuttlefish egg. Just, you know, to satisfy my curiosity. I believe we have one. That'll be kind of fun to hatch him before we leave this joint. I mean, when I say joint, Planet 4546b, of course. Now, tell me about it. Golden Psycho, we started on YouTube with weekly streams, and then we tried out Mixer here, and the interaction and the immediacy was just so much better. So, yeah, now we're doing this this combined thing simultaneously via Restream to Mixer and other platforms, including YouTube. Ooh, there we go. Well, welcome, welcome. How exciting. You get double applause for that. And the immediacy of when you say something and I can respond is just so much better than the 6 or 8 second turnaround that you get on YouTube. Awesome, thank you. Let's download this data here.
Integrating new PDA data.
Sea Emperor Leviathan research data. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward to accommodate this species. Yeah, I can see you haven't even taken a full screenshot of the guy. He was so big he didn't fit into the lens. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, this species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. I do, Swankestor, absolutely. Reproduction. Large ovary-like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that, like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissue indicates probable infertility. Ooh, it's gonna start at the... there'll be a link at the top of the screen that'll pop up every once in a while. But actually, I can also put one right into the chat. I think I have a nice shortcut for that. Was it this? Yes, there we go. That's my YouTube URL. Enzyme 42, that's the one we're really interested in. The Emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem would today explain how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered. Health. Comparative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates that specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1,600 years old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggest it had lived well in excess of the peak lifespan for its species. Assessment. While a healthy emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived quarantine procedures. Excellent! Thank you, Golden Psycho. Very cool. Well, what's behind door number 3? I need to get out of the egg room. Where's the exit? Oh my god. Oh, this running thing is really new to me. I didn't know that I could do that. It's the eggist. I'm the walrus. I am the Eggman. That's how I feel anyway. Well, let's check out door number 3. Seek fluid intake immediately. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, no fluid intake, I'm afraid. You can always drink some lava. Well. Okay, this is another teleportation portal, so another note please, Julia. A second ion cube is required. Have I got coffee? Not with me. Okay, these are 3 doors. On the other side, we have 3 more doors. Just straight past the exhibits, through the gift shop next to the ion cube fabricator here. Nobody panic when this thing actually comes into action. It just goes and moves down so that we can approach it, probably with a prawn suit later. It's going to be great. That's how we got in. These are the other 3 doors here.
Seek fluid intake.
Man, T-Bank told me that already, robot. Yeah, what do we have this software upgrade for? Another teleportation thing. So we need yet another ion cube. Okay. Do a sharp left here. I don't have it with me, I'm afraid. What have we here? Oh, really? Do you have 2 accounts, Tanny and Golden Psycho? How exciting! Oh, I see. Golden Psycho was the thing that they gave you. Ah, gotcha. Well, welcome again. All right. This looks interesting. Before we download this data, let's just have a quick look around. Oh, look at that. Scannable stuff. Outflow pipe. Indeed. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. See, sometimes it's got...
Calorie intake recommended.
Man, calorie things... Is that my stomach growling? My goodness. That's crazy. Scan data. Where might I find this? Usually it just takes me there immediately, but sometimes it doesn't do that. It's gotta be scan data. Codes, Degazi operations log, public documents? Nah, can't be that. We may just have to return quickly and get, fed and watered and all. I'd love to continue this exploration here. Tracking implant, outflow pipe, that's what we're looking for. So probably not an artifact. Habitat installation maybe? No, that's not it either. Blueprints, not at all. Enzyme host peepers leaving containment facility, that's the one. That would help, wouldn't it? The outflow pipes are filled with peepers traveling back towards the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits the bacterium. Specimens' stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged, please, the contents before entering the pipes. Assessment. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life on 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. Oh yeah, there he goes. Look at him go. I think we're going to leave this as it is. We're just going to run out. Oh look, I can't run anymore because I'm so weak. Ugh, terrible. The weakness. Come on, let's get out of here. Get watered and fed. It's all for dramatic effect, Christina. And then we shall return. Dude, you don't know where the coffee machine is, do you? Dude? Oh, I forgot. Translation only works one way. Man. Well, thank you for the lights. A vending machine would be exactly what we need. Can't we build one? Can we build something? Can we build a base here? No. Okay. That was a long shot. That was a long shot. So 500 meters back, we can do this. No, Swanker Store, I also stream on Mondays. Ooh. Okay, that we need. Let's swim out of here. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can make it. Maybe when I get back, tool time, I'm gonna go where I know the water is. Don't think I have a first aid kit anymore. I do? It's not gonna get me watered and fed. So I need to swim out of here, I guess. Whoa. Hot tub time machine, Brian. Have you seen it? It's great.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
If only that warper could just, warp us out of here. Come on! This is dramatic. Everyone's after me.
Seek fluid intake.
I'm working on it. That's not exactly what I need right now. I could always try and catch a fish. Like this guy here. Or this guy. Come on.
New creature discovered.
Red eye. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to eat you raw now. Ah, what a shame. Ah, what a shame. You need to put exclamation mark death plus. Ah, food problem has been solved. Plus, yeah. With a space in between. Does it not work? Okay. Ah, yes, shame about the medkit. What a shame about the medkit. Did you know? Brian Cramer's fascinating sci-fi novel Flicker World is now available as an audiobook narrated by yours truly. You can get it from Amazon, Audible and iTunes. There's a link to a free sample in the description. Happy listening. The most opportune moments. See, the vending machine. Okay, tool time. I'm totally going to try. Oh, no power. Oh yes, we have no power, do we? Ah. Let's slot one of those batteries back in here. Like this one. Ah. Very good, very good. Oh, now that we have power again, let's just quickly kill all those guys on the outside there. Psst. There, that's enough. Ah. Whew. My goodness. Well, we do have a few ion cubes that we could take with us. Like this one here. I could also take a bottle of water with me, I guess. And I'm just thinking, due to the lateness of the hour, perhaps this is a good time to stop and we just go back into the lava castle next time. The bug zapper is fantastic, isn't it? Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna go sit down here, I'm gonna go save the game, and I'm gonna go and prepare myself to say goodbye. I think it was a great session, and I think next time we're just gonna go back there and take the ion cubes. I think we need 4 of those. We also need to make a blue tablet. We now know where this thing is. Look at the bugs, that's incredible. They're just coming back at us. That's terrible. Like, dude. Actually, there's another trick. I found out another trick. If I take my knife, it looks like I can ice this guy from the inside. I don't know why, but I can just do this. I don't know why it goes through the glass. Little bug, but hey, I don't mind. Man, these guys just come out of the woodwork all the time. Terrible. Crazy upkeep. Okay, zap. Oh my god, look at that. It used up all my energy, all my electricity. That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna go sit here. I'm gonna go save the game, and I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My goodness, the crazy noises. The crazy noises, unbelievable. And we're gonna start playing Firewatch, a wonderful, beautiful game based on the Unity game engine. We'll be hikers and fire spotters in the wilderness of the Shoshone National Park in Wyoming. We're going to be roaming in Wyoming. It's going to be great. Bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'll get you next time, Jay.